Hey you guys, it's your girl Starr Kraziness, and I'm coming to you with another segment of Love and Hip Hop ATL Season 5, Episode 8, Common Ground. So don't you go anywhere. I'll be right back. Okay, so we back. Boop, boop. So we're gonna go into the first scene, which is Tiara and Dime at this place called the Pizza Bar. So Tiara invites Dime to come, chit chat, catch up, but also she wants her to meet her new friend, aka might be possibly new boo. And I just don't see what she sees. But anyway, so Dime come in, they hug it out. Yeah, girl, how you been? Blah, blah, blah. And so she was telling Dime, the whole Scrap De Leon situation. She over him. She moving on. And she's like, okay, okay. And Dime was like, cool. Because I didn't want to have to tell you, in her mind, telling us in her confession, I didn't want to have to tell you what was going on with Carly Red and him. So, cool. Carly Red, you gonna have to do that your damn self. All right. So then the mystery guy came up, was tapping on the shoulder. And who is it? J Nix, Dirty Boys. I was like, out of all the men you could have, out of all the men that's out here in the ATL, out of all the men you probably meet in the club, him? Whatever. And he's just so disrespectful. That, ooh. But, yeah, so he come up, they talking chit chat. Come find out he got a girlfriend. So I'm like, what? How is your? Whatever. I'm telling these doggone triangles. People on the show love being in the triangle. No, we can't be in no triangle. Just me and you. Me and you. So, he was, he go and talk. Then they bring up the whole. Well, he brought the situation where they're having like a daddy's day, where all the fathers gonna get together and they're gonna bring their kids. And which I think is a good idea. We need to have more of that, more especially in the black community. People, black men get involved in their children's lives, because it's very, very important that that child has their mother and daddy. If it can be, without, they might be strung out on drugs, or they have disease, but if you can be in your child's life, it's very apparent that you be in your child's life, their upbringing, their development. But I'm just saying. So yeah, so he was like, come on, let Scrap De Leon, let him have King for a day, let him, let him. She was like, no, one, I ain't got time to deal with his crazy ass baby, not baby mama, because she's baby mama, damn. I don't have time to deal with his crazy ass mama, let alone that crazy ass Tommy girl that you decided you want to slide in and have some fun. No, I'm not doing it. And Dime and him was like, come on, he was telling his whole story, how he had a dad and it helped him grow up and blah blah blah, whatever. So he was like, well, come on, take it in consideration. So she took it in consideration, and she actually did bring him to the daddy's day, because Scrap De Leon, he was looking like a sad puppy. I'm telling you, he was looking like a sad puppy. But now we're gonna go to K Michelle. So K Michelle is talking to one of her makeup artists, and I thought Jonathan was her makeup artist. So I'm kind of confused, but she said she likes him, and they're cool and stuff, whatever. And K Michelle, you gonna really have to watch out who you calling cool, because you know how you are with friends. You be friends one day, then they turn around on you, and then they do something stupid, and you just see. But you need to watch. I'm telling you, girl, woman to woman, you watch who you hang around, okay? But I like myself some Jonathan. He's so funny, and he seemed like a ride or die friend. So getting back to Pan. He was talking, doing the makeup, blah, blah, blah. She was, talking about her party. Then Jocelyn walks in. and she coming in demanding for a damn massage. You hear me? Like, come on, give me shoulders, baby. Give me shoulders. Not 2 seconds. She was like, oh, every time I come up in here, you got these fine looking, men. Oh, girl, yes. But hey, come on, right here. I need you. The massage is all up in here, and he did it. I mean, just all of them. But yeah, so then Jocelyn, she brought up like the listen part, like what's going on with that? You know what I need to wear, you know what? And so K Michelle, she was just telling people who she invited, who she didn't invite. She ready to stun on these, and have a great time, get drunk, get wasted. Let's do the damn thing. So then Japan, I forgot how they brought up this whole subject, but they brought up D. Smith. And Japan was saying how D. Smith and I guess Betty Owl, they worked with him on a record, but somehow he said it got leaked. So D. Smith and Betty Owl, they said they didn't hear from him, so they called him and was like, you can't use this music, it's not yours. And come to find out, they end up giving it to a Lord have mercy. They end up giving it to another big artist. I guess, because he's small and they figured he wasn't going to do nothing with it, and then he leaked it. So they went on ahead and gave the track to another artist that can do something with the thing. And I was like, okay, it's still kind of wrong, but whatever. So we, and then K Michelle was like, her road manager introduced them together, introduced her to D. Smith, so that's how she know about her or whatever. So then we go to Daddy's Day. Everybody there except for J Nix. I didn't see. Well, Scrap don't. Little Scrap, he don't got no boy. Okay, so he wouldn't be. Well, no, you could have brought your but we don't know how that situation go with him and Eric Dixon. They still so. Yeah, but how are you gonna have an event and you're not even there? It was Kirk, Scrap De Leon, Sass, and Jock with his basketball team of children. And come find out of 8 kids, only 5 came. And I guess that's because the baby mamas, they weren't about to have all that. He got so many baby mamas. I don't know which one to count. How many he got. So yeah, then he goes, so we got Scrap De Leon just sitting around there looking like a lost puppy, like, dang, I shouldn't even come. I shouldn't even came. You probably should, but thank God you did. You got to see your baby. So yeah, and then the boys just pulled him aside, like, what's going on, blah blah blah. And he was just telling this whole situation, how Tierra's not letting him see King because it was this whole thing with Tommy and stuff like that. And it was like, dang, man, Kurt was like, I'll go crazy if Rashida and I think the one that he got with Kelsey or whatever. I mean, the one, I don't know if he have any more baby mamas except for the one that was with Kelsey. So, but either way it go, he would have went crazy if he couldn't see his children. And then Jock, he just need to sit himself on down because he got so many. Like I said, he can't keep count. And they was all just having a moment pretty much. And then out the blue, he was like looking like, who that over there? And it was his baby mama and King. And he just ran over to his dad. And I was like, oh, that is such an all moment embrace. So yeah, so they she ended up letting her guard down. And like the mama, his mama wasn't gonna be there. It was a Daddy's Day. So he just, so I'm glad J Nix did get into her conscience about that is wrong, holding your child away from their father, especially if the father wants to be in the child's life. So that was a cute moment. Then we go to Rashida, Arian, I think that's how you say her name. Arian and D. Smith. So at first it was Rashida and Arian. It was talking about the whole birthday situation party at the M Bar. like what was going on with Bambi and Dime. Like, really, we can't take black people nowhere. Everybody got to fight or say. Oh, I'm telling you. But then D Smith, she comes in and she was like, hey, because I didn't even know Arian, she knew D Smith, but she did. So she was like, yeah, my friend come, I want to introduce you to her. And she was like, yeah, I met her like at a fashion show or whatever. So then they bring up K. Michelle having this listening party. And I'm like, okay, all right, cool. And then that's when D Smith was, just talking and saying that her road manager, that K. Michelle road manager, wanted her to be one of K. Michelle's creative director on tour or whatever. And Rashida was like, have you actually met her in person? And she was like, I forgot what she said. I forgot if she said yes or no. But she was like, I don't know if I'm, willing to work with her with all the different stuff I heard her. And I ain't trying to be in no drama. And I know she got a slick mouth. And then Rashida gonna go tell her that, yeah, me and K. Michelle had got into it. She had hit me with some candles and stuff like that. And then they did a flashback. Who gives a damn? Why are you bringing up past? Just say you and her don't get along and keep it moving. So then Arian, she was like, well, I'm going, to the to little shindig. And Rashida gave her like that. Like, really Trick, you going? Okay, alright. Well, just because you just need to rock, because she at the beginning of the scene she gave Arian, I think she also was gonna give Mimi some clothes or whatever. So she was like, just make sure you rock press there. I'm not gonna be there, but my outfit's gonna be there. So you make sure you do that for me for the one time. So then we go to Young Jock, Scrappy, and J Nix. Lord have mercy. I don't even know how this is possible. But this was one of my favorite scenes out of this episode. Like, this episode, it gave me a little something I can work with. But I don't even know how this happened, but they got evicted from their little bachelor pad. Yes, girl. They got evicted. And little Scrappy is he's so G. Like, I just love him. He talking about some, well, yeah, we got evicted, but see, when I put up my house for sale, nobody nobody bought it. So I got a place to go back to. I don't know about you, but I got a place to go back to. I was like, damn it, Scrap. So he was like, oh, Young Joe, like, dang, that was messed up. Yeah, at least he has a place to lay his head. You're always homeless for some reason. And go find Kadia. She'll definitely supply all the things you need in life, But I guess you ruined that. All right. So yeah. So y'all, I still don't see it. Like, y'all just thought y'all could just live that scot free because you Scrappy and you Young Jock? I don't think so. Rent needs still to be rent still needs to be paid. Okay, this is not just you turn up all the time. Okay, so then what is it? J Nix, he gonna talk about Amber and how he just irrelevant right now. I don't want to go there. I was gonna talk about, but I just don't. No. And then, but he said he did want to get to know Tierra more. And Scrap was like, who? And Young Jock was like, oh, Scrap, Scrap de Leon, whoop de woo. His girl, he was like, yeah. I'm like, y'all just too much for me. I can't take it. But then, they toasted to their last day there at the Players Mansion. Woo! Okay. So then we have Scrap de Leon and the lawyer. And I'm still trying to figure this out myself. So he had a lawyer. I guess the lawyer wasn't moving too quick for him, so he got another lawyer down here. And she was just telling him, look, you going to jail. It ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. You going to jail. for just not selling weed. It's called weed trafficking or whatever. And down here in Georgia, you can get 5 to 30 years in prison. I'm like, damn. So they had talked to the judge, and the judge was like, he's not budging. They're gonna stick with what they had, but the lawyer had the option of talking to the prosecutor. Prosecutor wasn't budging, but the prosecutor said he'll give him the minimum, which is 5 years instead of 30, which is still a blessing. And then I'm like him, rapists, murderers, serial killers, they can get least time, but you going 5 to 30 years for just selling weed or whatever. Like, I'm telling you, the judicial system is effed up completely. Like, really? But I get what you're saying, Scrap De Leon. Yeah, but hey, that's how this society works, unfortunately. And he's going to be sentenced at the end of the month. So whatever month they was taping this in, he going to jail. So once he get in the door, in the court, they're gonna read him his rights, and they're gonna tell him how many years he getting sentenced, and then he going to shift off. And actually, she said it was in Terraferra County.
Crawfordville.
Yeah, Crawfordville. That's where some of my family is. What's up? So yeah, I was like, dang, that's really close to home. See, I was trying to struggle with that word, y'all. I was trying to struggle with that word. So yeah, whatever. So then we got Little Scrappy and Jessica Dime. So Jessica Dime wanted to talk to Scrappy about the whole situation that happened at Mimi and Arian's birthday party, because his phone been blowing up, like, what's going on? Jessica Dime and Bambi beefing. He like, damn, he can't get nothing. He trying to have a little play, but Bambi just keep biting him in his butt. Yes. So, she walk up or whatever. They talk, chit chat, and she was like, she need to go get some protein shake. So they go to like a little protein type place, and she was like, well, let me tell you my side of the story. And then she go on talking. He was like, damn, really? Can a brother breathe? And basically he was like, why do women go to the ex and just spill all what's going on, then he gotta come take the heat? Well, women talk. So I mean, and the two people you got, like, come on now, they ain't just gonna be sitting there just I don't know. Mom, you messing. You should see my mom. She's messing up. That's why I just need the room to myself. But anyway, they get off that, and basically they go into like a flirtation type mode. He talking, she said she don't need a banana, she need an eggplant. He's saying, oh really, I was born with an eggplant. I'm like, Scrap, didn't even know that, whatever. Then he bring up, since he was like, well, you say you that itch, I'm gonna need you to do 5 push-ups. Show me what you're working with. And that was just a tactic to see her booty, butt up at okay. So she went on and did it. She was like, if I do it, I'm gonna need you to take me out on a date. Don't take me on no cheap date. Don't take me to McDonald's. Don't even try to take me to Red Lobster. I want some classy. Red Lobster, it's still a little high priced, but I want something nice, okay? And he was like, cool, I got you. So, we left off that scene. Then Scrap De Leon and his family, basically, he tells them, hey, I'm gonna get locked up. It's definite. I'm getting 5 years. His mama go off the chain. She like, we need to get you another lawyer. What kind of lawyer you got going for you? And he like, mama, chill. They could have actually gave me 30 years, but I'm getting the minimum, which is 5. I'm not finna go find no other lawyer. I'm just gonna roll with this sentence and keep it pushing. I'm like, yeah, like, sit your butt down, KK. Like, dang, you was on America's Most Wanted list. Sit on down. So, then Tommy, she start crying and blah, blah, blah. He go over there, console her and stuff like that. And so he brought up the situation, like, look, Mom, I'ma need you to sit down with Tiara and talk this thing out for the behalf of your grandson. Cause I'm not gonna be there. So you gonna take my place. So I'm gonna need you to be civilized, okay? She was like, I ain't been saying that. And then Stevie J, of course, he was there. He was like, co-parenting. And I'm like, this lady is not standing. None of y'all is going in one ear, out the other. You hear me? So he's like, come on, Mom. So she was like, okay, I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna go ahead, have this little sit down. And I'm like, finally, like, get it over with, done. I'm tired of y'all bickering, bro. So then we have Scrappy, Jock, and Kurt. They go to the strip club, and Scrap actually invites them because he wants to talk about his problems, what's going on with his life, and he done came to the conclusion like Bambi might be the only girl for him, because anything, little move he tried to do, Bambi's still somehow there, and he can't get over her. So then somehow we get on J Nick's girl. She works as a stripper and she flirting with Young Jock. And I'm like, girl, you really want to flirt with him? Do you know how many baby mamas he got plus kids? Like, females, what's wrong with y'all these days? Y'all need to step it up. Like, in anything, you need to be trying to get you somebody who working at a Fortune 500 or 400 top company. Damn, high your standards. Let me digress. I'm just saying. So basically, they flirting back and forth, and she's like, "Come mess with me." He like, "No," and all the meanwhile, Scrappy just talking, and he be like, "Bruh." So they come on. She come on over there and say, "What's up?" Blah blah blah. And she like, "You want to dance?" And she give him a dance. I'm like, you just a slut. I'm just it just pisses me off. Like, females, you are worth more. Like what the Young Jock got? Do you know he got evicted from his place? Like, what? He can't afford to throw no money at you. It's like, I don't even know where he got the ones from. Probably the production team gave him that just for the scene. Like, I digress. Okay, I ain't even gonna talk no more about that situation, because it just, and then he gonna have a nerve to say, I would stick her, but I'm sticking to the bro code. Obviously you not. Okay, but anyway, we at the scene with K Michelle. She having her listening party. It's at a place called the Soup, or is it the Sweet? The Sweet. I said damn. I damn said the Soup. My bad, people. The Sweet. So she walking in. I liked her outfit. It was like, like boss type ish, if you get what I'm saying. Like classy, bossy type, but still sexy. I liked it. So she meets up with Arian, and they talking, about the whole why the other girls didn't come and stuff like that. And K Michelle, her and Jocelyn, they Lord. But she gonna say, Erin gonna say, yeah, so, but, or she gave me this dress, I'm rocking her press, and she was like, oh, it looks nice, but don't try to put that in the washer and dryer, because the little beady thing is gonna fall off. I'm like, damn, really, K Michelle, you had to go there? But she was like, basically, that material is not gonna last, boo. I was here for it. I was here. But then Jocelyn came in with Don, and they all sit down or whatever. Oh, yeah, my bad, y'all. They all sit down, and she said, well, I gotta go make this announcement. So K Michelle Lee get up on stage, basically thanking everybody for coming. It's her third album. She working hard on it. And she's saying that Atlantic Records is giving her own label deal, meaning she can sign any artist she wants to Atlantic Records. So I was like, okay, I see you do the damn thing, girl. You better slay all day on these hoes. You feel me? But yeah, so I was like, I see you, do the damn thing. So when she get off stage, she come back to the little, I guess the VIP, like for her VIP sitting area, and Arian sees D Smith and Betty Owl, and she's like, come on over, let's talk, blah blah blah. And how ironic. That's why I know this stuff be scripted. Aaron gonna say, excuse me, I have to go to the restroom. I'll be back. Really? All of a sudden you have to go to the restroom? Scripted to a T. So D Smith and Betty Owl, they go over there, So K Michelle just took it upon herself. So what's going on with you in Japan? But first she was telling what's her name, Betty Owl. She was like, you should do Broadway. You really should. You're so animated, like I was like, animated, like really? And she's like, I'm not throwing no shade, I'm very serious. And then here go D Smith, don't try it, let's not do that, K Michelle, let's not do that, K Michelle. I was like, oh my gosh, her voice, both of their voices are freaking annoying. Ugh. But then they get into the whole Japan situation, and Betty Owl gonna chime in and say, well, he leaked it, and he think he can leak something and not call anybody. It's all about communication and stuff like that. Of course, D Smith, she didn't want to talk nothing about the situation or whatever, and she was just saying how he don't have no morals and stuff like that. I was like, damn. And then Jocelyn on the sideline, she was like, you need a drink or something? You need to calm all that down. Just chill. You can see D Smith was, getting in her feelings, getting all upset or whatever. And I'm like, well, damn. Then Carly Red, K Michelle, she had asked, what she asked her? She was, somehow they had got on Betty Owl doing a song, and K Michelle like, what song did you do? And she was like, I did what she said, Thug Crowd with Rick Ross and Lil Wayne. And K Michelle, she was like, where did you chart? Like, don't mess with K Michelle and Jocelyn, because they will check your ass and put you back in your place. So I was like, I was here for it. She was like, where did you chart? on the record, where did you chart? And so they leave that scene or whatever. Then guess who coming through the door? And what I thought Arian had to go use the restroom, but all of a sudden she bringing Bambi, arm to arm, like, hey guys. And then Betty, I was like, oh, round two, you best believe it. You best believe it. So now we got Bambi, D Smith, Betty Owl, and Aaron. It goes from 0 to 100 real quick. I mean, it didn't take but a couple of seconds for Ish to pop off. So Bambi just straight up told Arian, I don't feel comfortable here. Then D Smith was like, what she said, oh, because you used to stand. You used to standing on all fours instead of two. Oh, okay. Then she gonna go and say trans girls. She was like, yeah, I know. I'm getting this energy and stuff like that. Trans girls need to stick together. I'm like, what? Whoa, that would. Woo. I'm like, okay. But Bambi, she stood her own. She ain't scared of nobody, and that's, I like Bambi. I don't care what nobody. I like Bambi, even though she be stringing scrap along, but I come to find out they engaged now. I don't know how long that gonna last, because him and Erica was engaged. Erica Dixon was engaged, and we see how that went. But maybe this will work for him, because they both were just off the chain. Yeah, so they going back and forth, but at the end, the bouncers or camera people in the production team, they just got D Smith and Betty Owl to go ahead and just escort them out the door, because it was just it was gonna be a problem. It was gonna be a serious problem. Because remember, I think it was last season or the season before last, where that girl was popping off. It had, I think it was Scrappy like friend. She wanted to be more, and blah blah blah. And she ran up, and Bambi did like like only one time, but her and D Smith, they like in the same height, and so I don't know, but still, Bam got them. All right. So then we get to the good old sit down, which is KK, Scrap, and Tierra. So Scrap De Leon is gonna be like, so he was asking his mom like, well, I guess he was talking to both of them like, you know why we here, nigga? Yeah, we know why we here. Get to the program. Like, why we got? I don't have to ask them that damn. See, some of these they exos. Okay, yes, Scrap. We know why we're here. We know why y'all there. Okay, let's just say things didn't go as planned. KK said some words. Tierra said some words. KK was like, get on up. Let's fight. I'm like, wait, how old are you? How old are you? And you trying to fight? Or whatever, then, Tierra's gonna tell me, you know, I drag you. This show, I'm telling you, is just... It shows what women shouldn't grow up to be. That's basically it. Be bossed up ladies. Have some business about yourself. But this whole they should have knew from the get-go they wasn't gonna be civilized. And what's her name? KK. She was like, Tierra, don't you hate me? And Tierra's like, well, you hate me, so I hate you type thing. She's like, well, why would you want your kid around me? I'm like, why are you even starting mess? Just say, ugh. So that scene could have just been cut out because clearly stuff wasn't gonna get resolved at all because they're both hotheads. Well, really, her KK is, and then I didn't like how Scrap De Leon gonna go to Tierra telling her something. Is you crazy? You know, blah blah blah. See, this is what. No, check your mama too. If you gonna check one, check the other, cause your mama was popping off as well. You know. And then she talking about, I'm gonna come to your door. Once again, how old are you? I'm just saying. But anyway, you guys, this episode brought me a little more than it did from last episode. So hopefully we can keep that momentum throughout the other episodes. But just rushing this to its core, you know. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed my recap. And I will see you on the next recap. I know I can't sing. Don't judge me. Bye.
You moving it back. Head on the beat. Plug. They say, yeah. Hey. They say fame makes you change. But I'm the one with